Now, an on-the-record statement from Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, retired General Michael Flynn. I'll read you the entire statement. He says, after over 33 years of military service to our country, including 5 years in combat away from my family, and then my decision to continue to serve the United States, it has been extraordinarily painful to endure these many months of false accusations of treason and other outrageous acts. Such false accusations are contrary to everything I've ever done and stood for, but I recognize that the actions I acknowledge in court today were wrong, and through my faith in God, I am working to set things right. My guilty plea and agreement to cooperate with the Special Counsel's office reflect a decision I made in the best interest of my family and of our country. I accept full responsibility for my actions. There you have Michael Flynn for the first time officially acknowledging that he obviously has pleaded guilty and he has agreed to cooperate with the Office of Special Counsel. Obviously a very painful day for somebody who has served the country for 3 decades. We know his family members were in court today watching this all go down. He's going to exit this courthouse with people holding signs that say lock him up, people power versus Putin power, people who obviously are very unhappy with the Trump administration and with what Michael Flynn has done. But there's no doubt, after serving the country for 30 years, it's a difficult day for Michael Flynn to be pleading guilty to a federal crime in the courthouse here in Washington.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, Michael Flynn very famously during the Republican convention joined in the chants of lock her up. That's probably one of the sources of why those signs are out there now. Let me go back to Jeffrey Toobin and Michael Moore back with me. So Jeffrey, we now have confirmation from Michael Flynn himself in this statement that he is cooperating with the Special Counsel's office. What do we find out what that cooperation is?
Well, we don't know the full extent of it. We know that he has agreed to cooperate and be fully debriefed, and the information that the prosecutor is saying in court, even as we speak right here, is certainly part of the information he provided. If I can just react a little to Michael Flynn's statement there. He served for 33 years, and I think it's an insult to the hundreds of thousands of veterans in this country who manage to serve their country admirably for 30 years or 3 years and then not become convicted felons. Just because you served your country in the military doesn't mean that you get a pass for being a convicted felon, which is what Michael Flynn is right now. Most veterans in this country are honorable, law-abiding citizens. They are not felons like Michael Flynn. So the idea that he gets credit and it's somehow an excuse that he served his country, I think is pretty unpersuasive, at least to me.
All right, so breaking news Michael Flynn pleads guilty to lying to the FBI in a federal courtroom right now. We are looking at that outside the courthouse waiting for him to depart. Also confirming in a statement, as Evan Perez was just reading, that he is cooperating with the special counsel, with Robert Mueller's team in their investigation into Russian collusion during the 2016 election with the Trump campaign. Much more on this breaking news after a quick break.
Gerald Flynn!
General
you
Flynn.
feel you betrayed your country! Your son being indicted! Will your son be indicted?